Officers from various departments, village council chairmen, VDP, secretaries, members of various esteemed NGOs, and my dear colleague officers of PHED. First of all, I wish you all a very good morning and welcome you to this first ever project on sector reforms. As we go on with the workshop, you will get to know more about it, about what sector reforms is all about. Because I believe that this sector reforms project, which is going to be implemented in Singapore, will be a groundbreaking project starting with Singapore district. Now, on with the program then, I would like to request Mr. Toby, Chief Engineer, PhD, to give his welcome address.
Chairman, and other delegates here, I welcome all of you to this occasion where, for the first time in Nagaland, this kind of workshop is taking place, and Department of Rural Development, Government of India officials thinks that it should be in such a way that beneficiaries are made to understand what contribution they should do for their own welfare.
May I request our Honorable MLA and Advisor to Chief Minister, Mr. Kaniko. Mr. Krishnamurthy. Mr. Ved Prakash, Consultant, Minister.
So, training component, awareness component, the government of India has given 40%. Out of 60, exactly. 40%. So this 40% is quite a large amount of money, which if it can be properly used by the distribution, and perhaps distribution by involving the village community, and then some people who really identify themselves with the village community. Because from this water project, I can foresee that other projects are also going to come through.
This group Daily space not and it is dependable only where perennial gravity source is available. It is agreed by all. Because pumping schemes, though technically it is feasible, কিন্তু maintenance they fail away there. After 1 or 2 years, it gets rotted. So rather than that is discouraged due to operation and maintenance problems. And then high power cut. Line disconnect করে দিব power department আৰু পাম্প idle হৈ যায় আৰু কালি আমি conclusion দিয়ে আহাটো improper planning. I just put improper মানে technical as well as the other administrative involvement of the consumers. Improper can be sanitation infrastructure but in the hard work should be the committee should take it to should be the guardian of that, should be the guardian of the hard work. Yeah, yes, I'm right. Our video not only what is been covering that district. There, so village is not having water supply. Some of them are not having sanitation. Many of them are not having sanitation. But awareness campaign covering entire district. So that when water supply comes, they should be able to welcome it and take it as a most essential item for their own survival. They should go into a local dialect. Ultimate target is the village level beneficiaries. So there, we started speaking Naga-based or English. There with this perception, let us make whatever media available, reach them thoroughly. Their equipments are required for propagation of your program. Equipments are also so you can make that determination and pamphlet in the local dialect. Then the resource person also preferably from the person who knows local media, their cooking, this all will be provided.
Local people does not mean only in giving works to them, but then at the same time for decisions, when we come together, their suggestion is very, very important at a grassroots level, and they are very sensitive when we talk some small things, though they are innocent. At the same time, they already have the fear that money will not reach them, but that should be not the obstacle for us. We should go in another approach, new approach, so that the attitudes will change. And in this way, motivation is very, very important to make the people understand. Until and unless,
the issue is brought out by the group. Most of the groups will be having some common issues relating to the project. And the project is being first of its kind, where community participation is expected.
The third recommendation, the user group formed as a subcommittee of the village committee, consisting of only women members, should be set up in the villages for construction of low-cost latrines in view of the prevailing local situation. In addition to the projects being taken up only in one RD block for rural water supply, the sector reform project should also be extended to the other 3 RD blocks of Dimapur district that is Kuhukuto, Michipema and Nursery Park.
As per, it is actually supposed to start from grassroots level, planning should start from grassroots level and from bottom to top. But now, considering the local situation, somehow it is going from top to bottom. In this case, that in this New Land RD block project, 57 villages are scheduled to be taken up, where individual villages are having a population of 90 people, 200 people, very small villages. And there is no any source from where you can give any pipe water supply. For all these 57 villages, there is no any water supply source from where you can bring individual pipe water supply. The only way is to bring an integrated water supply system so that they can connect from that main water supply system. So if that is to be done, then here the pipe required is, the main line required is 8 inches, 200 mm, and 6 inches, like that. So for the villagers at the village level of that, having 90 population or 100 population, to think of purchasing and control the whole, to manage the project, it will be quite impracticable.
So you see, our main target is to let the people involved, one thing, and to get pure drinking water. Let people involved, but if implementation is fair, our main target is to implement the scheme successfully and let our people also involved. You know, that's it. Now, this is the first step we are taking. Why not we take it step by step? All in a sudden we cannot, I think, fulfill our program.
People would give the other idea. That's why this is the only suggestion. You can collect from here, and then from another district also you can collect and compile and see the feasibility. That would be the better. Only this district cannot give a concrete decision.
And as well as this village council and make a village level committee combined together, because some of the village VDBs are not educated or they are not efficient. So to give them along this type of development work, you will be failure. So instead of giving only one, make it combined, draw some of the effective members from here and there and make a village level committee for this development work. Thank you, sir.
I think the issue of women member needs to participate in the water management. I just want to stress on this issue. Basing on my practical experience as an NGO, I have done quite a lot of survey relating to rural development, and especially in Nagaland. Please don't mind if this may have hurt you, but my experience tells that, my finding is that most of the women representative, which may be village council or which may be in VDB, they are not actually in the this picture of development board or anything to do management. No information has been informed to them in any kind of village development activities. They seem to be very ignorant. This is my practical interview with them face to face. So I feel if we are to discuss about village council and VDB's participation in water management, I think we are going to be biased. There will be a big loophole because the participation of women is very much necessary, because women are the ones who fetch water. Women are the ones who knows when water gets dried up. Women are the ones who participate in irrigation, traditional management. So they are the most important person who is playing role in this water management. So I feel this is very important issue. So why not we think it properly and implement, because central government is also so much into the women's empowerment.
Is that okay? Can we have some more feedback from the HRD members?
Activities is a must. And the main purpose of this study activity is that each village should have minimum one number of villagers to be trained. So this motto of training this will fulfill. Secondly, the purpose of study and IC, they are interrelated. First of all, the HRD's first function and goal is to educate the people about the use of unsafe water and stay in unhygienic condition. This is one part of educating people. Secondly, it comes for motivating the people. We have to motivate, and thirdly, to train. So as it is suggested that we have to find out, we means the district water mission has to find out the type of training required, the calendar to be prepared, time to be identified, location to be identified, institute to be identified, and it will circulate to all the members of the committee so that our main goal is fulfilled. Thank you.
I must admit, even now, even me, till now, I thought sanitation was only latrine, toilet. But then I am told, just now by Mr. PHED Prakash, 7 components of what we call sanitation. Each one by itself is not sanitation, but when the 7 components combine together, then that forms sanitation. So I'll just read out the 7 components that form sanitation. One is the safe disposal of human excreta. That pertains to what we have been talking about, I think, latrines. Number 2 is personal hygiene. Number 3 is safe handling and storage of drinking water. Number 4 is village sanitation. Number 5 is disposal of wastewater. Number 6 is disposal of garbage and cattle dung. And number 7 is home sanitation and food hygiene.
The Government of India has already finalized the cost of one unit, the low cost 4-flush latrine, where flushing should be hand flush and 1 liter water is sufficient. And India the cost is coming up 3,500 and 10% they have increased for hilly regions. So with the cost, the quantity of materials what is required already worked out, number of brick, number of sand, number of bags of cement, everything worked out. But within this 4,500, Government of India is to give 50% subsidy. But the question is coming up, balance 50%. So balance 50% since villagers or the school authority will not in a position to give that contribution, whether UNICEF can come forward to give that balance contribution. That is my point.
Sanction we have received from the Government of India is to do with water supply only. But then for sanitation, for the sanitation portion, we have sent our proposal and we hope to get the sanction very soon. So that proposal for sanitation which we have submitted, that includes all the 7 components of the of sanitation. So should we put in another resolution saying that the VWSC will endeavor to carry out total sanitation campaign in the village. Now total sanitation is including all the 7 components.
But fails. Who will be responsible or who will be answerable? The facilitator, the implementing agent, or EWS himself?
We assumed that they will come forward, and basing on that, we had framed the project report. And I think it is on that line that the Government of India has accepted, concerning the water supply, a new LRD block, and I think a substantial amount has been released based on that project report. Now, the question is, that project report which we felt would serve the purpose of supplying a clean, safe drinking water is left to the people to decide whether they want that or the other option. The changing of that scheme, whether it is okay with the Government of India, that is what we want to know.
So far we have been saying given IEC and therefore the villagers will come forward and then henceforth the demand will come and then carry out the sanitation programs in the villages. Now whereas we have already sent our estimates to, now the estimates which you have prepared, that is the basis for which the on which the money will come to us, to the DWSM. I don't know, does that answer your question? And resolves that this aspect should be taken up in a very comprehensive and systematic manner. The DWSM Dimapur will constitute a subcommittee headed by the Deputy Commissioner Dimapur to prepare an action plan for carrying out IEC activities for the entire district. This committee will work out the details and select competent NGOs, consultants for the IEC portion of the program. The IEC program will invariably include the involvement of women, school children, and other influential sections of the society. Number 2, the village councils and VDBs will jointly be entrusted to form the VWSC. It should be ensured that 1/3 of the members of the committee should comprise of women. The PHED will provide all possible assistance to the VWSC in selecting the schemes. In case the villagers feel that a portion of the works, that is the hardware, requiring higher level of expertise should be handled by the competent agencies, they may do so in consultation with the DWSM. The DWSM, in consultation with the HRD cell of PHED, will work out the action plan for training activities of the village level workers and provide such training. The DWSM will play an active role in preservation of catchment areas. That I had not read out earlier. Is that okay? Because now we are also facing the problem of depletion in the water sources. So that I just added. Then the WSC will endeavor to carry out total sanitation campaign in the village. This campaign will comprise of all the components of sanitation, including education. The project proposal for the other blocks, which have not been taken up earlier, will be made on the basis of the IEC campaign and demand generated for want of water supply, and on the basis of submission of utilization, physical and financial progress submitted to the Rajiv Gandhi National Drinking Water Mission. In this way, all blocks will be covered. This was conveyed to the representative of the RG and WM and was agreed to.